You've got to throw some cold water on the situation. Start talking about nerd stuff.
You know, nerd culture is mainstream now, so when you use the word nerd derogatorily, it means you're the one that's out of the zeitgeist.
System activate.
This is Netheads with Will Wilkins. It's a tech podcast. But we are a ton cooler than your typical geek.
You guys rock.
And now, here's Will.
No one listens to the radio. I wasn't even listening. I was listening to podcasts. Podcasts are great. Radio's boring.
At least that's what we hope. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Not another edition of Netheads. I don't know why I play the Nethead intro. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. You know, it's just, it's all kinds of craziness. Apologies for the late start. I did not realize just how much everything is blown up in here. Even trying to use a new camera lens, things are off kilter. So, you know, we gotta roll with the punches. Gotta roll with the punches. We gotta do what we can. We gotta make it happen, Captain. That's all we gotta do. Hold on, I gotta reach under here to turn something on. That sounded wrong. Didn't think that one through, did you, Will? No, I didn't. Anyway, welcome. I am freshly back from Kevin Smith's first ever Chronicon. By the way, this work shirt that they made, look at this thing, man. Gigantic patch on the back. The minute I saw one of these things, I'm like, that's a real Dickies shirt. I want to see this. What in the hell? And then I'm like, I saw it and I'm like, I want one of those. So very excited about that. It was a grand old time. But like I said, everything is blown up here. Everything seems to be behind on getting done, as is the case when you travel. I'm not a good traveler, never been a good traveler. And now for some reason my tower is also starting to make a buzzing noise. So those are like all the things happening at once. What are we doing right now? What we're doing is we're getting ready to have a watch along for Agatha All Along. If you haven't watched the 6th episode, wonderful. Look forward to us doing this together. If you have watched it and you are still participating, it's okay to watch along, but please, whatever you do not, and I mean do not, spoil anything. That is not what we want you to do. We want you to... Why are you saying oops? What is oops, Zach? I don't know what oops is. You got to tell me what oops is. And mind you, the thing you always got to remember about YouTube and chat and the like is that there is a delay, guys. There is a massive, massive delay. It's easily can be a minute, could be a minute and a half, could be longer. And I don't know what fan is doing this, but it is somewhere in the tower. That's, you know, smacking a PC around isn't really the most advisable method for doing this type of repair work, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Also, I am tightening my headphones against my head. I'm not, see, they're in-ear monitors. I like the cables tight against my head. Brings me comfort, but Tony is giving me chats on the side. I should drag his ass into this, man. I swear. He's telling me that Billy's mission is so much more wholesome. Spoiler! Haven't watched. Did I say shut up? I'm tired? How rude. So anyway, what we're doing is we're having a watch along. Are you going to show the episode, or is it like a watch it on your own screen type of thing? Yes, Victor Villa 3000, that is what it is. It is watching along on your own screen because I am not going to air Disney's content here on YouTube. Like it's accessible and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's acceptable to do it if you do it in like small little chunks, but I don't know about like full on watch along, because we're going to watch the entire episode here. Like there are other people that do a watch along and they just do highlight clips on YouTube. So that's what we're doing. And how you can do that. Now, if you want to stay in complete sync with me, here's what you do. On your other device, other than what you're watching me on, or watching this on. Let's not be egotistical and say it's all about me. But so what you want to do is you want to have it open, and I started it. Now I did this last time too, and the way to be in sync is to hit play. You'll get the Disney Plus logo, then it'll start into the episode. Hit pause, jump back to all zeros, and then we'll press play together. The first thing, of course, we'll see is the Marvel Television logo, and we'll get into the episode and we watch it. And, you know, the thing I love about doing this is that we get to experience something together, much in the same way we would in a movie theater. And I get to watch this in the least optimal method possible with a bunch of bright lights shining on me. So it's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a red dot waiting if you do. Yeah, it's a little sniper right in the middle of the forehead. It'll pop up. No, that'll be me. So get yourself queued up again. Bring the episode up. I will count it down. We'll all hit play together. You want to make sure that you let it start. Let that Disney Plus logo go on by. It'll start for 2 seconds. Pause it. Jump it all the way back to the beginning. And then we'll press play. And this is literally me watching this for the first time. I have no idea whatsoever what is in the episode, other than apparently Billy's mission is wholesome. Good to know. Good to know that it isn't malicious. I didn't think it would be, especially if it is Billy Maximoff, which spoilers we learned last week. And if you're wondering why you didn't watch along last week, aforementioned Chronicon, this whole place that I'm sitting in now, blown up. The camera I'm looking at, pulled out. What else did I yank out of here? You know what? It was just a lot of crap. There you go. So, Zach was about 15 minutes in. Good on you, sir. In the meantime, like I said, get it queued up. Get that Disney Plus logo. Roll it back. I'll give you a few more seconds to get that done. Then we can all watch together, and I'll count it down. Let me get a sip of the lemonade here. Also, we're going to get the oven ready for my daughter's pizza tonight. So, computer, set upper oven to 475 degrees. How rude. Problematic. We'll figure it out. All right, guys, get it ready. Here we go. We're going to get this started now. Get your episode queued up. Let that Disney Plus logo go on by. Pause. Roll it back. Zeros across the board on the counter, and we are going to get it started now. You should be looking at it. If you're on the screen, it might tell you this is a 49-minute, 26-second episode, but we all know the credits are like 5 minutes long. So, and again, apologies for being late, but stuff happens. So, here we go. This is as thrilling as it can be. It's going to be you staring at a bald guy watching television. Hopefully you're watching along with me, and we can all react. Somehow I can be in your ears, and you can hear the episode as well. And let's count it down, get it all queued up. Zeros, 49 minutes, 26 seconds to go. And we're going to press play in 3. Oh, I guess I could do this. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm seeing the Marvel Television logo, as I mentioned. And that is transitioned away now. It's gone. And previously on Agatha all along. Now here's the thing that sucks. I mentioned this last time. Normally, I don't like watching the recaps because they force feed me the things that I need to know, right? So it can spoil some things that are going to happen in the episode, and I don't like that. Yeah, you got to be good to break a spell by the Scarlet Witch. There's the sigil. I wonder if we find out that the sigil was in fact put on, he probably did it himself. No longer needed. Now I really hope Alice isn't gone, but the teaser trailer that came out kind of made it look like in the final trial, if you will, it's just going to be Billy and Agatha. I'm going to call him, you know what, let's call him Teen for now anyway. And you should see him in a crown. Here we go. Episode starts now. Give us the title. Familiar by Thy Side. There's the title. We're getting into it. 47 minutes, 55 seconds to go. Oh. Getting ready for something oh, shoot. Was this for his... Yeah, would it be for his bar mitzvah? No, wait. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Little known fact. I used to do event videography. I have videotaped literally. I shot video on many, many bar mitzvahs. Who's that playing the mom? I've seen both of these actors. Who's that playing the dad? Can somebody tell me? I don't know who they are. Let's mute the Discord. Bye-bye, Discord. Discord? Discard. Look at the little pointer finger thing. That's cute. You know, the thing that sucks about this, they are really setting us up, man. They are giving us some serious insight to a person that probably no longer exists at this point. A lot of trees. I like that. This is a character actor we've seen lots of times. Aw. You're gross. You're both disgusting. Well, now I just sound like a child. Aw. Oh, his name is William. That's handy. This is a lot of bar mitzvah. Like the description said, I hope this isn't all backstory. I really hope it's not. Is this where he meets Boyf? Oh, no. Please don't tell me that's Lilia in there. Lilia? Lily? I don't know. I hope it isn't. But if it is, that's very interesting. Yep. There you go. Lydia? I'm horrible with names. She's about to see some stuff. Last week, when the screaming was happening, they were all freaking out. Very interesting that she said, I hated this the first time, something along those lines. Because she's been having visions all along, right? Like when they first meet her in the palm reading place. Okay, we'll pretend you're not there. Anyway, like in that first one, she's screaming like when she was burning, in my opinion. In the third episode? Was that the third? No, fourth episode. Uh-oh, something's really happening. There's the electricity. Just like we saw last time. What? I always watch with the closed captions on. It's interesting. They're still referring to him as teen. Okay. Nice cover. Nice try. Loppy Teen, thanks for following. Appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Excuse me. If you're just dropping in right now, we're watching along with the episode. We do not have the video playing, but we are at The countdown has it as 43 minutes remaining if you wanted to sync up. Lydia just did a reading. Lilia? Why am I so bad with names? Now she's going to write something down. Is she the one that's going to put a sigil on him? That's what that looks like. So it was her that put the sigil on him. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shadoink. And she doesn't even know why she did it. Oh. Talk about being two people. If you're trying to sync up, she just walked out of her tent. And we are at 42 minutes remaining. Right. Now, that's the hardest thing about, syncing up. Although, technically speaking, I could probably show it for just a heartbeat and a half. Oh. So is this happening in Eastview? So she couldn't remember who left her coat in there because she had put the sigil on him. Oh. It's an Avenger level event. See? That's early in the broadcast for it to be Billy Maximoff's quote-unquote soul, because we just heard the first episode. Must have just been one of those echo things. Here we go. The car accident we all saw in the trailer just happened if you're trying to sync up. Gonna keep saying that. Why? I don't know. It's just fun. And there we go. Now we're starting to see it go away. Oh, gosh. Don't tell me both of her. Okay, good. Both parents not dead. Oh. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, crawl out. Parents' worst nightmare. Absolute worst nightmare. And now we're suddenly, that's his heart stopping. This is so sad. Oh. Now, the really sad thing about this, too, is when you see WandaVision. Oh, look at that. She was a cop at one point. Well, you know what she said about witches? They all end up being around. Kind of like a subconscious coven. It's just sad because the original Billy is gone. Oh, and of course, now Wanda is off starting to screw around with the Darkhold, right? Not knowing he's there. That the one of the children she's desperately trying to get back to is actually here, which is a real bummer. Is that the reason why she heard somebody call out to her from the while messing with the Darkhold? Yeah, I used to be a cop. Thank you, Zach, for reminding me. That's going to be our answer to a lot of things. Oh my gosh, he can read minds. Oh, wow. I mean, I don't even remember what Billy could do. I should have really watched WandaVision before this show came back on. But I've watched it twice. Yeah, as he, learns about the life that he's now living. Good for you, Billy. Getting discharged. I wish there was a way to switch the counter to where I'm at. Oh, I guess, okay. In case you're wondering, we are going to be coming up on the 12-minute mark if you're trying to sync up late, watching episode 6 of WandaVision, and we are at 12 minutes now. Balloons coming in, they're walking in the house. Just trying to help provide a service. If you're trying to watch along, you can. Wherever you're watching, you can also type into the chat. I'll see it. Look forward to hearing from you. An entire life. Well, I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, I mean, the accident happened, so he was dead anyway. And what do you know? Greg doesn't like him now. No, he knows it's not. It's Billy in there, not William. I mean, the good news is at least his parents didn't have to, quote unquote, look at a child. What if? Mm-mm-mm. God darn it. Coming up on the 14-minute mark. She didn't say that out loud. $14-minute mark right now. Even though I'd imagine nobody would be syncing up after this. Because we're already going. I'm going to stick in that. Houdini poster out. That's a nice touch. Alice in Wonderland, another nice touch. Wizard of Oz. Interesting. Was that the Goonies? Another Houdini poster. I couldn't tell what the other one was. Wizard of Oz. This just breaks my heart as a parent. It really does. So obviously a big drama kid. If only this William kept a journal. That would be helpful. Let's also not forget that Billy Maximoff is just like maybe a few days old. Maybe a few weeks old. Sure, they age themselves up. You're William Kaplan now, that's right. Just keep saying it, it'll be true. Mystic Rock, I can't make out what that is. Okay, where are we at now? 3 years later, and I'm really hoping we get to see Agnes doing some nutty stuff. You know, I say Agnes because that's who Agatha was. That must be Boyf. Is that Boyf that we saw in the second episode on the phone? I wonder if that means boyfriend. I'm so ignorant. I mean, first of all, to be clear, I have no problem with this. But I can imagine the rage that's occurring right now. Because, heaven forbid, two boys kissed. Two 16-year-olds. Bring it. Come on. Spit it out. Now, does this mean that Tommy is somewhere too? It would be really interesting if he's a hybrid of the two. Oh, that's what he's getting at right now. Oh, that's a sweet sentiment. Sentiment? Ooh, earthquake. Nah, I just moved. Aw. He didn't say it though, bro. There you go. Such a wonderful moment. But where are they? Are they outside his house right now? Like anyone's going to explain it to me. Such a shame. What is your one question? Ooh. Ha! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that how the government spun it? Interesting. He wasn't kidding that he was a fan. That's cute. Mm. Oh, gosh. Is he going to meet Ralph Boner? I swear, if it's Ralph Boner. It's Ralph Boner. God damn it. By the way, I can't tell because I'm watching on in a web browser. But is this? Yep, that's Ralph Boner. It. There you go. I don't think he liked what happened. One of the extras that was on the physical media release of WandaVision is that it turns out that old Ralph Boner here was the FBI informant that was in witness protection. It is a weird thing, isn't it? Cat bub. Sorry, my daughter is working on her back handspring and I gotta see this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Understood. Is he intentionally wearing something on his head to ward off anything? The cross? What? I would like everyone to refer to me as Mr. Bonerific from now on, please. You didn't? What is he shaking? Dehydrated lizard? She really jacked him up. Oh, yeah? Ooh. Did he say WandaVision's kid? He poisoned the dog? Oh, WandaVision's. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't really know that he went in there. All right. That makes more sense. Hey, where's that Vision TV show? Not your Blu-ray collection. Not the Bowflex. Don't. Those are chicken bones that are forming the cross, aren't they? Oh, he's got a one-man show in Paramus? So he's Billy Maximoff, but he didn't really know he was Billy Maximoff. He was just very confused knowing that he wasn't who he was. If you can follow that. Ooh. Did he have the cut in the eyebrow before the accident? And now he's listening to what's her name's version of the Witch's Road. So is it that he can't even realize he's Billy Maximoff because of the sigil? Is that what we're getting out of this? Dread it instead of Reddit. There she is. Agatha. Now we're going to see Agatha through the ages. Okay, this is kind of cool. But where are we at? We're over halfway. 21 minutes left. It's all flashback, just like I said. As predicted by me last week after watching and sharing with no one. Possesses succubus powers. Ooh. Only known survivor of the Rich's Woad? Is that what it said? Man, see, this is why these watch-alongs sucks, because I could just jump back and watch this. It is a bop. Is it a bop or does it slap? So he's just trying to find out who he is. Is that what it is? Interesting. Are we going right into it now? Yeah, this is the night he breaks in. This is how the episode starts. Or this is what happens in the first episode. Ah, that's why he wanted to find something of hers. Like the brooch. Is that what it's called? No. Excuse me. You're my black heart. Aw, so he is part of the coven. It wasn't who we thought it was. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Huh? There's his car. He's going to break in and get locked into the closet. Okay. So that means we've got, let's just call it 15 minutes left of the episode. By the time all this nonsense is done, 10 minutes. The entire end credit images are Billy's research. Oh, that is brutal. Except I said no spoilers in the chat fan box. Makes sense, though. It was right there all along. In front of us all along. Something else. What other show did that where stuff in the credits, in the opening sequence, it's like, oh, how does this relate? Oh, I'm thinking of Star Trek Discovery. Of all things. Oh, here we go. I'm just sad we didn't get to see Agatha doing a lot of her weird shit. Okay, from his perspective, this is hilarious because he seemed to be, from her perspective in the fantasy spell she was in, you know, he seemed like he was just escaping and so, whatchamacallit. So nice to see her again. Oh my gosh. Boner family reunion, pitch a tent. Oh my gosh. This is so delightful. I freely admit this is almost worth it. Oh, because she kicked him over in the... Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is everything I did want when it came to the flashback. I wanted to see Agatha as Agnes doing stupid shit. Look at all the melted candles on the mantle. I did not pick up on that before. That's a whole lot of danger. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Now we're going to see the lying. Those are daisies. Why do you keep looking at that painting? Get your spell book out. So he really did need his spell book too, because he doesn't know who he is. But if he is technically a witch, then he would be separated from himself. He wouldn't know who he is. It also makes sense that if he freshly knew who he was, that he would attack Agatha. Because, like, witches are dangerous, and she especially is dangerous. Because she was trying to kill her mom. He was, yeah. Come again? Oh, say again. All right, come on. Oh, dip. Back to the road now, please. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Is she just going to haul herself out of the mud? Yep. So it's not Rio saving her the way I thought it was, because where the hell is Rio during all this? Come to Hollywood, kids. Nothing but glamour. Although I do like the steam, so it means maybe they at least made it warm for her while she was in there. Oh, that means that beautiful coat's all muddy now too, huh? That's a bummer. It's a nice coat. How is she going to flourish now? You know? A little coat flare. Yeah, take off the muddy coat. What a bummer. Also, where are the Salem 7 during all of this nonsense? What's happening, Billy? What are you doing with the sigil, Billy? You going to crush it now? Yeah, there it goes. It is done. Oh, so it wasn't rocks in his hand. It was the broken sigil. Good to know. In the trailer. We saw that in the trailer. Trailer is what I was trying to say. My family's been letting me know I'm not completing words lately. That's reassuring. But how is Agatha coming back? Where's his crown? Mm. Oh, by the way, the aspect ratio did change. That's what I was asking before. I'm watching on a web browser, and I was like, is the aspect ratio off? Hey, computer, upper oven 500 degrees. Maybe it can be reached now. God damn it. Oh, it was Lilia. Still 3 episodes after this, correct? No. 10 minutes left, roughly. 10:30. No. Where are we at? We're at 39 minutes right now. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how he got there. Interestingly enough, he had the other witches attack her, didn't blast her. Ooh. You don't? Uh-oh. Whiskey dick of the witch's powers? You cannot finish the road on your own. His brother. No. Not Find Mama. Flesh and Wires. Brutal, Agatha. So we've only got 2 more weeks to wait. Zach's pointing out 8 and 9 drop same day. Tommy. Ooh. So brutal. Where is Rio? All these other witches have to come back, right? You can't just nix them the way they have. Well, of course you're not that nice. You just killed 2 witches. Ah, son of a gun. How about, look, humor me, Marvel. Give me a post-credit scene. I would appreciate that. Also, I seem to recall in the trailer that was just released, the mid-season trailer, we saw Lilia and Jen covered in mud. So they're not dead. At least not yet. It's interesting that he can sense Tommy, so that's interesting. Again, very sad. Wanda went all dark, but I think that fate was pretty much sealed when the Darkhold was in her hands, right? Because the whole point of the Darkhold is that it corrupts whoever reads it. At least if we extract part of the Darkhold mythology we got from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and apply it here. But I really hope all of the witches come back. You know, Sharon Davis. I can't remember. Was it Tina? Again, horrible with names. I love the drawing of the pentagram and the hex over Westview. Interestingly, what we did not see in this episode, from one of the earliest trailers, I believe, is Tommy. Nope, Billy. Sorry, got Tommy on the brain, I guess. Was Billy appearing to try and open the witch's road? Okay, no peach, no peach, no peach, no peach. Damn it. The Georgia peaches there were doomed. Well, that's it, guys. The episode's over. Now it's all just alternative credits and Disney Plus reminding us we may like WandaVision as well. Gee, thanks. Interesting. It's Jen, Lily, and Alice. Thank you. Alice was the name. I don't know why I'm so bad with names. But much better than what I expected to get out of this episode. I will say that. It's nice to know that Billy did not know he was Billy the whole time. Part of me hopes that the good old Billy Kaplan, which I believe is also a nod to the comic books. But it's nice to see that Wiccan, Billy Kaplan, I hope part of Billy Kaplan is still in there. I know, fictional characters, right? Let it go. But I really do hope that's the case, because it just makes me feel better watching this, knowing that. But it is what it is. So what haven't we seen now in the trailer? There is obviously Rio saying all roads lead to her, which, if you haven't seen the spoilers, it's pretty evident who Rio really is, especially given what happened in the last episode before this one at the Ouija board. That's all I'll say on that. But very, very interesting. I really did suspect that he was looking for Tommy. Although, you know, the thing about that is, I know he says he can sense him, but like, what other kid is nearby that dies at the same time? Is that the way is that the only way it works? But man, like, this just makes me feel even sadder about Multiverse of Madness, because she did all that craziness to try and quote unquote get back her kids. And technically her kids were still here if Tommy's out there, right? So it's just like, Wanda, you shouldn't have messed with the Darkhold, girl. That's all we know about that. And again, that's one of those things where a lot of the stories in the MCU obviously aren't happy. You look at Tony Stark, Iron Man's story, a horrible rich narcissist. He kind of, lives the life of a rich playboy until something bad happens to him. Then he grows a heart, and life gets better. Steve Rogers, Captain America. Very, very sad life. Mother dies young, scrawny little guy, loses his best friend, gets frozen in the ice, loses his girl. Then it's just like major event after major event. Not a happy story. Hawkeye. Maybe a good story there. But still, clearly did a lot of bad crap. Black Widow. And Natasha Romanoff. Again, very, very bummer of a life. So honestly speaking, Wanda Maximoff's story, losing her parents as a child in a very traumatic accident, bombing, call it what it is, and then gaining powers, becoming an Avenger, causing the horrible things that happen in Lagos. Right? That happens, so that's a bummer. Falls in love with Vision, has to see him get killed. So, and not to mention, she got her powers by becoming radicalized by, what's his name? So, it's, obviously there's a lot going on, but that's just a whole lot of sadness in her life, and then ends up losing the fake kid she created, loses Vision once again, and then, for some reason, decides it's a good idea to read the Darkhold. That's a brilliant idea. So, I still don't think she got what she deserved, but another tragic story in the MCU. I mean, must they all be sad stories? I don't know. But what I do know is I've got to get an oven turned on to make a kid a pizza. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the watch along. If you're watching it after the fact, why? But thank you. Really appreciate it. We'll try and do it again next week, and then the week after there's going to be 2 episodes. So that week will probably go right at 6 when it starts, when it drops, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So that way then we can all really see it together. And, if you like watching these at the same time, I don't know how you do it. That's the problem with this. It would be much better if we could show the show, but we can't take that risk. We cannot take that risk at all. So anyway, guys, see you next week. Also, don't forget, hopefully tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 Eastern, another episode of Netheads. Last week was fandom, so there's none of that this week, I think. But yeah, tomorrow, Netheads, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Be there, be square. I'm sure we'll be talking about this a little bit more. Yeah, I will say the Marvel Television has done a very good job of looping me back in, dragging me in, getting me to the point where I'm looking forward every week. I'm watching every week. Good on you guys. And good on you guys for taking part. If you want to find out more, netheadsonair.com or patreon.com/netheadsonair. And don't forget, if you are a person that 3D prints, you definitely want to check out the link down below, especially if you have one of the compatible printers. You definitely want to pick up. And I'm not kidding here. The SliceWorks triple dipped build plate makes 3D printing an absolute breeze, almost worryless. I have not had a single support fall or break since I've started using that thing. I've done tiny little detailed prints, and they hold, they stand, they work. So check out the SliceWorks dip plate. Until next time, guys, my name is Will, and yeah, I'll, like the song said, or like the sound says, I'll be back soon.
Netheads. We'll be back soon.
Goodbye.